Hello, everyone. Welcome to Style of Living TV. This is Melanie, and today I have a very special guest. Before I can introduce my guest, let me tell you a little background about this interview. Days ago, I was asked to have a collaboration with a certain group, which is also very special, has a special place in my heart. She is my first guest. Why did I say first guest? Because this will be a series of talks. Little by little per episode, I'm going to introduce to you members of this group. Well, it's for you to look forward to. So my guest this afternoon studied at University of Negros Occidental Recoletos. Then she finished her master's degree at West Visayas State University here in Iloilo. Presently, she is teaching at UNUR and she has been teaching for 25 years. She's a wonderful mom to 3 children. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me virtually welcome Ma'am Leila Magalona.
Thank you, Melanie, for that very generous introduction. And I'm very much happy to be your first guest in this vlog. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This is one of my dream collaboration. And finally, it's here. Would you like to tell me what ACIT is?
Thank you, Melanie. First of all, before I tell you what ACIT is all about, I would like to inform everybody that whether we are PA or ACIT, we all belong to the Teresian Association. So for everybody, Teresian Association is actually an international private association of the faithful founded in Spain in 1911. It is actually a Catholic lay association with papal approval. And it's an association that has its own organization. Teresian Association has 2 kinds of membership. One is PA or primary association, and the other is ACIT. For everyone to know, primary association includes members who are female, and they dedicate their life to the work. They have a promise to stay single and to be fully available to God for the call. They are those who are sent to different countries for a mission. So I suppose Melanie is very aware of that because her sister is actually a member of the primary association. Now, ACIT, on the other hand, stands for Asociación Cooperadores Institución Teresiana. So ACIT includes members who are men and women who dedicate their lives in the fulfillment also of their mission at home and in their workplace. So we could be single, we could be widower, or married professionals. So we are actually the collaborators in the Teresian Association, while the primary association are the nucleus. We are the collaborators. So we work hand in hand in the fulfillment of the work, in the fulfillment of the mission.
That's it. That's why, thank you so much, Ma'am Leila. That's why I have met members who are single, members who are married, members who are men. So it means everyone is welcome as long as they can work and they can carry out the mission of Asociación
Cooperadores Institución Teresiana.
In short, ACIT.
ACIT.
Thank you so much. I would like to also ask something. You said about lay group. For the information of everyone, what is, when we say lay people or lay group, are they those kind of people we see at church, like attending, helping the parishes? What does a lay group actually do?
Actually, when we say lay, it means ordinary people. We cannot be identified by habits or any other mark. So we're just like ordinary individuals in the society. So, unlike the religious organizations, yung mga madres, yung mga priests, so we can immediately identify them as belonging to a
Mhm.
religious group. But in our case, we are just like ordinary people living ordinary lives. The only difference is we try to live a life that is fully human but totally of God.
Listening to what you said. So, for example, if I just meet you, outside, I wouldn't know that you're a member of this group because you're just like one of us. Mm.
Yes, yes, very true, Melanie. You cannot identify us because that is what is demanded from us, what is required from us to be salt of the earth and light of the world. And being salt means we have to disappear. Now, we need not be recognized, we need not be identified in a crowd, but we make sure that we make a difference where we are. No, we just like salt, diba? Salt flavors any food, but by doing so, it has to disappear. So that's how we are asked to live our lives. And to be light of the world means to give inspiration to others, to be God's instrument in promoting the gospel, in setting an example, and to be a living witness of what a faithful is to be,
Wow.
what it's all about.
What a very precise definition. It makes me think. Well, you a while ago you said that you were just living an ordinary life. I don't think so. I don't think so. As a mom and as a teacher, how do you do your mission?
Well, I am inspired by this line from a saint, I guess, who said that we don't have to do extraordinary things. We just have to do ordinary things extraordinarily. In other words, we just have to give love to whatever we do. We make it a point that we glorify Him. Kumbaga, we offer everything to God. So when I am a mother, when I am a wife, I make sure that I give my best. I give my love to being a mother, to being a wife. And when I teach, I make sure that I also give all the love that I can give to my students to help them learn and to fulfill God's mission, to fulfill whatever is His will. In other words, it's a total submission to God to be His instrument. And just like what I said, I don't have to do extraordinary things, but I just have to do ordinary things extraordinarily. I don't have to do something great. So whenever I have the opportunity to be of service, to share what I have, to share my gifts, so I share it generously without hesitation, without expecting anything in return. So when called to share my talents, I give it. When asked to sing, I sing from the bottom of my heart. When asked to dance, I dance
Wow.
joyfully. Parang ganun ba?
I can talk to you
So
forever.
so it's just doing things from the heart with love. And when you do that, it makes you joyful because you know that you're doing it for the Lord. And it gives meaning and purpose to what you're doing. So
Oh.
that's for me, that's being salt of the earth and the light of the world.
Do you,
Doing simple things extraordinarily.
yes, because by doing so, I mean, by doing your obligations as a mom and as a teacher, you can actually fulfill your mission.
Yeah, very true. You become God's instrument, and there is a multiplier effect. If you are a teacher and you allow yourself to be used by God, to be His mouth, to be His brain, to be His instrument. So, whatever God wants, so you allow yourselves to be His instrument. So that makes me also joyful and happy person because in return, by giving myself parang God gives me more than what I deserve, and it makes me even happier.
Yeah, that's why you look so bright. I think you're living the word of God, and I'm sure that you're happy to where you are right now. Ma'am Leila, how long have you been a member of ACIT?
I made my commitment in 2000. That was, I guess, no, November 30, yeah,
It's
2000 when I made
21,
my commitment.
20
So,
years. Yeah.
yeah, but I got to know the association in 1995. I met Miss Lucille Sobaldo. She
Yes,
was,
yes, yes.
yeah, she was my teacher in college, and she used to bring us to the Poveda Center to help her check papers. But
Oh,
before, before we check,
I know that file.
yeah, before we check the papers, she would invite us first to have this prayer. And sabi ko, it's kind of different. This is a kind of prayer na it's quite unique. We don't just pray the rosary, we don't just pray the communal prayer, but it's more personal. And I told myself, it's kind of different. And yeah, it's really different. It's my first time to have that kind of prayer when each one is asked to say something, to pray something, to ask for a petition, and then we listen to each one. So parang I felt that I really belonged.
Yeah.
And even after I graduated, kaso lang, it was also during that time when I met my boyfriend. So even although I frequented the Poveda Center, my boyfriend would also be very aggressive in pursuing me. So
Yours
that
is
made
not the
me
first
decide.
one I've heard.
So that made me decide, parang I'm not for the primary association. So probably I'm for the ACIT.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I committed in 2000, but I got married in 2003.
Wow, this conversation is so inspiring because I really can see it, the way you talk, the way you profess to your love, to your vocation, and also to your profession, Ma'am Leila. As the what's your current um position in the group?
I'm presently the vice president of ACIT Philippines, and it's really a surprise to me. And yeah, it's really very humbling because I believe that I still have much to learn in life,
Mhm.
professionally, spiritually. And just like what I said, I have not made parang extraordinary things ba to deserve the position. But since God gave that to me, I believe that He has a purpose. And
Yeah.
although I don't consider myself too qualified to be in that position, so I just told the Lord, Sige Lord, whatever is your will. If you think that my gifts would be enough for me to be an effective vice president, so let it be. I
Yeah.
may not know a lot, but I know that with His guidance, with His help, and with my volunteerism, my availability. So sabi ko, Lord, let your will be done. Use me in any way you can.
Yes,
So
yes. That's the
done.
spirit. I also have a very my favorite line is solo Dios basta. So that's my inspiration. I always lift everything to God. So just like what you said, you make use of your profession to fulfill your mission. And well, I may not be a member of the ACIT, but this is my humble contribution to spreading the mission of the association. So, from an ordinary person's view and to our to my subscribers
Yeah.
and to my followers, as vice president of the Asset Philippines, how would you invite us to try to try to get to know what Asset is?
Okay, thank you, Melanie. First and foremost, I have to set as an example. People have to see me joyful and happy and fulfilled with the vocation that I have now. And I'm also very aggressive when it comes to promoting our vocation, using my Facebook, using social media. And I try to invite as much as possible my friends and those whom I see something in them, probably see the vocation to join our prayer
Mhm.
encounters like Galilee, right? Friday with God, Friday with God. We also have our salt and other TA activities. So I guess it would be very ambitious to claim that I would be able to gather a lot of luck, just like the apostles, no, they are fishers of men. So as much as possible, I want to invite more people to join in our association because you see how the association has molded me and made me become what I am now. I may not have appreciated my being a teacher, no, had it not from the
Yes, yes,
formation I got from the Teresian Association. Because it's an association that makes us realize what really matters in life. Now, yun sinabi ko nga na we don't have to do extraordinary things. We
yes,
just have to do ordinary things extraordinarily. And it also promotes meekness, gentleness, firmness, audacity, love, and so on. So I hope that by looking at us joyful and happy with the vacation that we have, no, we can somehow influence you or encourage you to
yes, yes,
join us. Try and discover for yourself, how to become fully human but totally of God, to be living an ordinary life but totally dedicated to Him. And although it's quite demanding, but when you do things for the Lord, parang everything, no, has a meaning.
yes.
Everything has a purpose, and that would make us happier, di ba? We may have a lot of things in the world, but if we don't see the purpose, we would still remain lonely and sad. But if we know our vocation, if we know our purpose, it would make us grateful, joyful, and happy individuals. So that's why I'm inviting you, if you have the chance, to get to know us and join us eventually, because there are series of formation. We don't just say, okay, I'll be a member right
Yes,
away. You'll be
yes,
a member. No, you have to go through formations and you have to discover for yourself if you're really, if you feel that you belong to this kind of association. Kasi we might have different personalities and we might have different needs, but for those who want this kind of formation to be totally human but fully of God, the Teresian Association is for you. So
yes. Very
everybody
well
has a
said.
place.
Very well said. Thank you so much, Ma'am Leila. I can attest to that. If you want to join, oh no, not really join. If you are curious about what the asset can do for you, please don't hesitate to journey with them. But first of all, you have to ask and you have to talk to them. What I like about ACIT is they give you a formator. So the
Yeah.
two of you can journey together. We don't just
Yes.
go there and join. It's a series of talks until you can finally decide to commit. So
Yes.
look at my guest. So cheerful, a teacher, a mom, and are you pursuing PhD?
Yeah. Presently, I'm taking
Oh,
my PhD in science education, major in biology at West Visayas State University.
I cannot say she's not busy, but look at her. So beautiful, so cheerful, so kind. If you really think that you have what it takes to be the salt, I like that word, salt of
Yeah.
the earth,
Salt of the earth, light of the world.
of the world. So if you think there's 10% or 20% interest in your heart, please send us a message. You may comment down below because the association will contact you, right?
Yeah.
And I'm so happy with this conversation. Ma'am Leila, I hope there will be part two.
Yeah.
For now, let's say goodbye to them and let's make them curious about what the association can do for them and what they can do for
Yes.
the people serving God. Am I right?
Yes, very true, Melanie.
Oh! Anyway, so any last word for us?
Okay, so for those who would want their life to be more meaningful, be purposeful, join us. Now, be curious about us. We are just na the Facebook. You can actually search us in Google. You can search us in Facebook, Buhay Teresiana, or you can search Teresian Association, and you can find so many information about us. Just like what I said, we don't have to be extraordinary individuals. We don't have to do extraordinary things. We just have to be ourselves and just do things with love, bearing in mind that we are doing this for God's greater glory. And just like what Father Poveda said in his prayer, Lord, that I may think what you want me
I
to
need to
think,
think.
that I may speak what you want me to speak, that I may love the way you want me to love, that I may act the way you want me to act or what you want me to act. In other words, now we just allow what God would want us to be. So join us.
Yay! Yay! Wow, thank you so much. Again, please, ACIT is open. Buhay Teresiana, you can visit Buhay Teresiana Facebook page or you can comment down below and please share this video because who knows, you might not join, but you might influence someone to join.
Very
Yeah.
true.
Thank you so
Be
much.
inspired.
Yeah, be inspired. Thank you so much, Ma'am Leila. I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Melanie. Bye bye.